Kamala, saying Donald Trump was a criminal and this and that. So when Donald Trump was elected president of the United States, everybody in the government of Canada collectively shit their fucking pants. But it got worse. We really began to shat a fucking brick when not too soon afterwards, Donald Trump said that he would be putting a 25% tariff on all Canadian goods. Now, this is really bad because Canada's economy, 51% or a little more than half of the Canadian economy is based on exports to the United States. So when you realize that half of the Canadian economy is based on this, and now we're about to get felted 25% on literally half of the economy, and began to realize that, oh, wait, we're not even going to have fucking food when this happens. We're not going to have electricity when this happens. The dollar is going to fucking flatline. Inflation's going to go through the roof. We're going to be living in fucking Weimar, Germany with wheelbarrows of fucking cash to buy a loaf of bread.
It's actually scary.
If Trump does this. So instantly, our prime minister, like a fucking dog, like a little puppy, like a little bitch, is beckoned down to Mar-a-Lago and he must go. He must go. It's instantaneously. The moment this shit came out of Trump's mouth, our prime minister was like, Trump said jump, and Justo's, how high, sir? How high, sir? He fucking shot his pants and went to Mar-a-Lago. And he had to participate in this whole humiliation ritual at Mar-a-Lago, where if we go to the next slide, we can see that Donald Trump sat Justo beside that guy who hates Justo. So Trump surrounded our prime minister with people at the table who constantly talk shit about him and bully him and hate him. And then apparently at the table, they were all making fun of Justin. And they said,
really?
Yeah, they all were making fun of him. They kept calling him Governor Trudeau. And they kept saying that Canada was going to become the 51st state and that there was nothing he could do and that it was over. And so then we get this news report. It's like, well, what did we get from this humiliation ritual? What did we get from this meeting? Did we get any promises or assurances from the president?
I'm sure we did,
Did we get coupons to Bennigan's and gumballs like in Canada on strike? Well,
Let's see.
We didn't get shit. Spoiler, we didn't get shit.
And tonight we're getting some new details about that Trump-Trudeau dinner from two people who were at the table. We are told that when Trudeau told President-elect Trump that new tariffs would kill the Canadian economy, Trump joked to him that if Canada can't survive without ripping off the U.S. to the tune of $100 billion a year, then maybe Canada should become the 51st state, and Trudeau
let's go, Annex
governor. Right.
So now you go, oh, it's just a joke. It's just a joke. He didn't really mean that. Not a day has gone by since that Trump hasn't talked about annexing Canada and making it the 51st state and all this shit. So people in Canada, before we go here, I'll just briefly explain this. People in Canada are scared.
Yeah.
And
everyone's
when
very
this
scared.
happened, when Justo went down there to Mar-a-Lago and he didn't get any guarantees that anything would be normal, and in fact, Trump told him that we're going to annex Canada, Premier Doug Ford crapped his fucking pants and started threatening Trump. So
with power,
we threatened to cut off our power export to the United States. We threatened to cut off gas to Michigan. So I think Doug Ford said something to the fact that we were going to make the people of Michigan freeze to death in the cold of winter if Trump didn't back off his tariffs. He said that there would be tariffs on American bourbon, on American whiskey, American cars, and when Trump heard this, he actually, reports are that he laughed and he told Ford to do it. So at that point, we kind of have become very despondent as we realize that we have absolutely no leverage whatsoever. And even if we do cut off the gas pipeline to Michigan and try and make them freeze, U.S. troops are probably going to come in and restore the fuel to Michigan. And we're going to get annexed. So at this point, it's like, oh my God, we need to do something. And what Trump has said is that Canada needs to secure the border and needs to deal with the Indian problem in Canada.
Yeah, we have to build a wall.
They have to build a wall to keep Canadians from crossing the American border, and that it needs to be done by the time he gets in office on January 20th.
Or we're felted.
And all of the conservatives and all of the right-wingers in Canada, we kind of covered this on Kakada last week, are freaking the fuck out and being like, how could you do this? We supported you, President Trump. We loved you, Donald, and you do this to us.
Like the True North guys, they're all like, but we liked you, Trump.
How could do this to us? We're all going to starve to death and there's not going to be any power and this and that. So the pressure getting really, really intense.
Scary.
On Justin and on everybody in this country to figure it the fuck out. And we just woke up today and realized it was over. And so Justo has to go.
Merry Christmas.
Now we're going to walk. So that's how it started. But there's been a lot of scandals in between the Mar-a-Lago failure and today, and one of them is Justo's trip. So Justo last week went on a taxpayer-funded expedition to Switzerland and Italy to do diplomacy. I hear it's beautiful this time of year in the Swiss and Italian Alps, and Justo had a wonderful time, sampling the fine wines of those countries. But Canadians are starving to death. And Trudeau's 4-day trip to Europe racked up a $71,000 food bill.
How?
$71,000 of food in 4 days. And so people aren't too happy about that, buddy.
He needs to be put in jail. Fuck this cocksucker.
The article reads, break out the DVD player and aerate a few bottles of the 2015 Riesling, because Prime Minister Trudeau has an important work trip. The food bill for his 4-day trip to Italy and Switzerland cost more than $71,000, including at least $43,000 spent on airplane food alone.
This sounds like money laundering.
This works out to an average meal cost of $145 per person. The total food bill averaged more than $1,700 per member of the Canadian delegation.
What?
To put that in context, the average Canadian family of 4 spends about $1,400 on food per month.
Month, not 4 days.
So
month.
It would have been cheaper for each member of the Prime Minister's delegation to go to the keg, order a prime rib steak, a Caesar salad, baked garlic shrimp, and a bottle of wine for every meal. The total taxpayer tab for the 4-day trip came to nearly $1 million.
No way.
Now,
it's over.
Let's have a look here at the next. We can have a look at some of the wonderful things that they had. Prior to takeoff, government bureaucrats purchased $812 worth of junk food from a grocery store.
Red Bull.
Including Red Bull, Pepsi, Coke, Sprite, chocolate bars, Kit Kats, Twixes, Reese's Pieces, and candies, fish berries, and fuzzy peaches. Then government bureaucrats swung by a record store and purchased $102 worth of DVDs for the flight. The purchases included the first season of Wednesday, a supernatural coming coming-of-age TV show based on the Addams Family, Madame Web,
Why?
a superhero film, the sci-fi thriller Chronicle, and Witness, a 1995 crime movie starring Harrison Ford.
What the fuck?
Bring it up, Madame Webbed up. Like, who the fuck is still using DVDs in 2024?
Who's watching Wednesday?
Stop.
Who's
Buddy,
like, grab
I gotta ask-
Wednesday?
That makes more sense than the person who's like, get me Madame Web. Let me get Madame Web.
And
Like,
Chronicle?
it continues. During the flights, the passengers were served meals that would be at home on the menu of a fine dining restaurant, alongside 4 different types of wine: a 2021 Chardonnay, a 2015 Riesling, a 2018 Baco Noir, and a 2021 Merlot. Meals included eel piccata Milanese with potato, buttered green beans and broccoli, and lamb ribs with whole grain mustard sauce, rice pilaf, and a sautéed spinach.
Come on.
Other dinner options included cheese ravioli with rosé sauce, roasted red peppers and Parmesan cheese, grilled chicken with lemon caper sauce, mashed potatoes and glazed carrots, and a beef stroganoff with buttered noodles and snow peas. For dessert, the passengers chose between raspberry cheesecake coulis, chocolate and pistachio cake, and Swiss chocolate cake.
Wow.
So
Wow.
as Canadians are suffering, everybody's
starving.
having to go to the food bank. The in-store prices are insane. Gusto's feasting on all of the finest foods,
Piece of
the
shit.
best wines. They even are buying DVDs in 2024.
Wait,
So
by
this
the
is
way-
one of the scandals that is plaguing Joe. But Bish
As
has
gift
gifted 5
subs, 144 away from extended show. Let's fucking hit it. Let's hit it. This is
The
wild.
DVDs are just to
That's,
flex.
that's like literally the craziest part, by the way.
This
whole
is
story.
the criticism. I like Sydney Sweeney as much as the next guy, but maybe Trudeau could do some actual work or download a movie on Netflix the next time he flies instead of billing taxpayers for a DVD copy of Madame Web. Like, oh,
I like
buddy.
Sydney Sweeney as the next guy. Like, you know,
Like
but
this
Trudeau's
is the state
J.O.
of our country. Like,
He's
at
jacking
least
it.
with Trump, he always gets McDonald's, KFC. He's cheap.
Yeah.
And you'll never catch him with Madame Web on DVD. It's not gonna fucking happen, folks.
He's watching commentary.
But this is what's going on. So now we're gonna have a look at some of the many embarrassing moments of Prime Minister Trudeau. Oh, there's more. That's okay. We'll just move on to our next folder.
Okay.
We're going to have a look at the many embarrassing fails of Justo. So just yesterday, I'm sure he was aware that, Minister Freeland was going to blow up his shit and it was going to be revealed that we were in a $62 billion deficit and that our $250 checks were canceled. Well, Justo's plan was to go on influencer baking show and bake cakes.
Okay.
This is what he was doing
What
yesterday,
show
folks.
is this?
I don't even fucking know.
A TikTok
We got One
baking
Cent
show?
Wonder has gifted a sub.
Let's go. 143 away from an extended show.
No, it is the Kamala strat. And you guys are going to see he went on Hot Ones as well.
Not the
but it
hot
wasn't
ones.
even the real Hot Ones.
Hot ones at home.
Hot
ones
Ones Quebec. That's also what he did yesterday. Oh.
Fat Chick Thriller says,
Let's
let
do
him
it.
cook.
And to Shocker has gifted 10 subs.
Oh, yo, what's up, Fat Chick Thriller? Are you recovered after spending 15 hours live watching Neighbors?
Oh my god,
Buddy,
it's felted ones. They're saying in
the
chat.
belt
It really is.
ones. Thank you, N2 Shocker. Really appreciate it. Let's fucking go.
I always felt we don't brush enough butter onto things. Violet, do you know how we...
Guys, Canada is burning.
This is
it's
the
on
leader.
fire. It's on fire right now.
It's falling.
It's on
apart.
fire.
Montreal was just being burned to the fucking ground
Literally.
by Palestinians. Cars are fucking burning. Windows are being smashed. There are riots in the street between different Indian factions. There are Sikhs fighting fucking Hindus.
It's like
and
it's
it's
like brown
crazy.
fallout. It's brown fallout is happening in Canada right now.
No, it really is.
Unironically.
It really is. Shit's going crazy.
It's
And that was
Bollywood fallout.
That shit was happening while Justo was at the Taylor Swift concert, which we'll show you guys as well.
Yeah.
Okay? So this is like in the last 2 months. Just the last 2 months of failure.
Oh, it's brown out, not fallout. Yeah.
With string. It's actually mint-flavored dental floss. From Oral-B. There you go.
This is really homoerotic,
what
isn't
the
it?
fuck is this?
Did he
gay.
fucking suck his cock after?
It's gay!
This guy.
Holy fuck. They're actually shilling
They're sucking
Oral-B dental floss in this fucking baking video. Oh, yeah, the Prime Minister's real down to earth, guys. He bakes cookies just like the rest of us. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
Bend over, Justin.
What are
I'm
we
driving.
doing?
Aren't we clever? Welcome to my life. We're talking about product placement. Have I mentioned our GST holiday?
Oh, it's canceled. It's canceled. It's canceled. The holiday break is canceled. The checks are... Have I mentioned the $250 checks that I canceled tomorrow when it turns out we're out of money? Oh, no.
This is fucking felt.
I only ever use baking soda in the fridge and in fake volcanoes within it. What does the baking soda do?
Brand
Powder.
The cringe.
You're asking too many questions. I don't know. This is a nightmare of mine because I have no idea.
Can you
That
imagine?
That's the start of gay
Can
porn.
you fucking imagine the president of the United States doing that shit?
No.
Okay.
That was the start of gay porn
Right now,
right
listen,
there.
here we have Justo dancing in Markham.
Wait. I've seen gay porn less gay than that video. Anyway, okay. He's the prime. Why are you? What are you
This
doing?
is seriously like Nero fiddling as Rome burns to the fucking ground. This is some crazy shit. It's like, have some dignity, have some decorum. If you're gonna fucking drink the $1,000 bottles of wine and the rack of lamb with the Madam Web then you need to live up to that. You have to, if you're gonna have all of the privileges of being the leader, have the responsibilities of being the leader to present yourself as a serious world leader, damn it. You gotta earn